I think we're live. Look at that. We are. The Mitch Army is here already. Oh man, look at this. That's probably the fastest I've ever made it through that starting soon thing. But to be fair, I'm 17 minutes late, but I was prepared to be 17 minutes late. All right, it's happening. We're doing something different tonight. If you looked at the thumbnail, there's a blue hedgehog on it instead. Well, there's also Skateboarding Man because I don't know how well this is gonna work. So I still have Tony Hawk as a backup plan. But last night at like, I don't know, 9 p.m., 10 p.m., I got an email come through for a code for the Sonic Racing Cross Worlds closed network test. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's next on the housekeeping. BlasterGoblin.com for your sick metal shirt if you want one. I got an email for the Sonic Racing Cross Worlds closed network test that they're doing this weekend. And I thought, why not? We'll just throw that on the stream. And network tests always fail, like, all the time. So if that doesn't work, we'll go to Downhill Jam. Or if I can't squeeze 3 hours out of what's essentially like a demo, a beta, then we'll jump back over to Tony Hawk. It's there in case we need it. Tony Hawk's always there in case we need him. But there's a couple other things I have to get to before we get to that. So now I'm not positive how well this is going to work because I set it up beforehand and it's appearing to fail at the moment. So is it going to fail? It's going to fail right now, right when I'm trying to use it. There we go. I think I got it fixed. Here we go. Maybe. I was going to make this easier so I don't lag out when I'm talking and showing something on the screen, but it completely failed on me. So I guess I'm not going to do that. Just because my laptop's ready to just die at any minute. Well, this is great content. I thought that was going to work, and it just absolutely did not right away. Well, I guess we'll move on from that, and we'll step back to that later. There's been some news in the Tony Hawk world, is where I was going to get at. That relates to what we've been doing here. And man, it's just spinning away and just not working. Technical difficulties. I love when those happen right when you're live. Everything was working fine right before. And then I actually go live and everything decides to just crash out. I had it prepped. My bad. Won't be doing that this evening. So what it was is I was going to pull up an image of a new Call of Duty map has released that has a skate shop in it, and on the wall of the skate shop is a teaser that says 3/4/25 with a little skateboarding guy above it, and then like 2 days before that, Tyshawn Jones, the professional skateboarder, just outright said that he's in a new Tony Hawk game on the Breakfast Club. I'm not a Breakfast Club guy. Want to be clear about that first. But he just outright said it, when that game was not announced at all. No one had talked about it, and he just like entirely leaked it and confirmed it. And then this Call of Duty thing came out, and Tony Hawk responded to it with the little eyes emoji, that people do when they're trying to be sly, but they're not at all. And then from that, they put up a website that's TonyHawkTheGame.com, and it has a countdown to the 4th, I believe. Yeah, it's 10 days away. That's what it's showing. And at that time, I assume we will know what the new Tony Hawk game is, which I'm hoping is, like, everybody's hoping it's 3+4. May not be It may be like a new one. I doubt it. It's probably because I'm pretty sure Tyshawn Jones, when he like just spilled all that, he said remaster. So I think we're getting a remaster, but well, none of that's coming up, and I don't feel like opening up a web browser and redoing all this. So that's just your I'll just do it all by voice. You just have to imagine all that. You can Google it if you really want to see it that bad. It's all there if you want it. But I guess we will move into the rest of this. Because, oh man, that gonna fail on me too? There we go. Wow, what a day already. We're gonna play Sonic Racing. This is what my PS4 screen looks like. If you want to see the other stuff I have installed, it's all there. You don't normally get to see this part because we're all PS2. I did, when I was setting all this up, I did look over and see this Tony Hawk 1+2 tile, and God, am I excited to get to that game. Man, I opened it up for a minute and just looked around, and I was like, oh, this is way better than Downhill Jam. Can't wait to be here. And then I closed it and was a little upset that the next thing I have to go back to is Downhill Jam. I didn't update the card. Also, one thing that says now playing Downhill Jam. Like, I have to remake that and export it to get the font correct. I'm not doing it again for one day. So it says we're playing Downhill Jam, and we may still, so we'll just leave it as that. Other things going on, I forgot. I had to do that again, blastergoblin.com. Get this shirt and the 2 others. There's 3 of them there total. If you want a shirt. And other housekeeping? Nothing. That's all I got other than Sonic Racing, which we talked about. Okay, my notes are done for that part. Let's get into Sonic Racing and see how this is. I'm not a Sonic guy by any means. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've played Sonic, like Sonic 1 and 2. I was a big Sonic Heroes guy on the GameCube. Loved Sonic Heroes. Other than that, I'm not like not a Sonic head, if that's is that what they call them? There you go. That's a more centered angle of my head. And also, if you were here last week, I prepped and I had caffeine this week. I had this is orange cream Coca-Cola, a new flavor, and it might be one of the best soda flavors on the planet. Ooh, we got customizable cars. I've never got into any of the Sonic racing games, Riders or any of that. None of them. So I don't know what we're in for. I'm assuming just Mario Kart is what we're looking at here. I'm gonna skip right past all this. I thought I was going into another menu. I did not know I was going into a little tutorial thing here. Oh, okay, that's like a card. Well, I don't need any of that. I just need to get into a race and oh no, was I supposed to player select first? I saw that after I picked everything. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's all that is. That just... do I have to be Sonic? Is everybody Sonic? Unless that's what this little Sonic is. Is this pick your Sonic? Oh, there it is. Oh, I can be anybody. I can be Jim Carrey if I want. The options are endless here. You can't tell me that's a Sonic character. Absolutely not is that a Sonic character. They made him up. That guy doesn't look anything like any of these guys. They just were like, wait, another guy. Pink punk dude. Just throw him in there. Like a worm with arms. I'm gonna be Tails. I feel like since I'm Tails, I gotta drive the yellow Tails car. That all makes sense to me. Well, we're back. How's everybody's week? I hope you all had a great week since the last time you watched me stream something. I do have homework from the Mitch Army again. I was supposed to look into Phil Hanley because we were talking about stand-up last week, and I did. I watched 5 minutes maybe of his YouTube special. I enjoyed what I watched. I listened to some bits about being dyslexic, and as a fellow dyslexic man, I very much enjoyed those jokes. And then I decided to stop immediately and save that for marriage. And by that I mean it's something my wife would probably think is funny, and we watch a lot of stand-up together. So I cut it off and I'm saving it to present later and see if she likes it. And then if she's not into it, then I'll just watch the rest of it myself. But that's where I ended up on Phil Hanley. I am excited to get back to that special. Oh, here we go. This game looks nice. Yes, that's the one I watched, was Ooh La La. I'm assuming that's his only one. I looked kind of through like his bits. It looked like he had a couple of different things. Whoa, I got Flat Stanley. This is so much. I haven't played Mario Kart in a long time, so I really was not prepared for this. Especially the fact that I have to play it with other people who are good at games. And I can only pretend to be good at games. This is bafflingly chaotic. There's so much going on. What? I don't know what's happening. I'm so confused. I am impressed with the control of this, because most kart racers are anus compared to Mario Kart. Like, none of them control good, but this one is actually surprisingly competent. Not that I'm like a kart racer expert. Take a while to desynthesize. Yeah, it is. I am just like, there's way too much happening at once. And I thought, you know, all the flips and spins and stuff of Tony Hawk games could be disorienting, but this is just... I mean, I've played a fair bit of Mario Kart. Probably more than the average bear, but this is still, like, there's a lot. It's more colorful. And maybe that's the problem. It's just so bright that it's like just getting hit by a truck of color and lights.
Even better.
Just realized the monitor was turned up and I was getting double sound. So if that was echoing for you the whole time, I'm sorry. I had no idea that was happening. I just realized my my monitor is a little cut off on the stream. I guess that's because I have this set up for a different aspect ratio for the PS2. It's not cutting off anything of importance, so if you're worried about seeing the very edges of the screen, I wouldn't worry too much. There's not much you're missing out on there. I don't think it's gonna change much to switch people, but I feel like I should just cycle through a couple and see. Why did it do that again? Go. Oh, I'm an idiot. I don't have it on the go button. I'm hitting go and don't have go selected. Well, other things from this week. My kitchen is mostly back in livable order. It's not done. There's still so much to do, but it's like livable now. I got the dishwashers back in. The doors are on the cabinets, mostly. Then my stuff is back in the cabinets. It's usable. Life is moderately normal for me again after the last few weeks. No like life-stopping disasters have happened this week. Everything is mostly okay. I say that and then like the floor is gonna fall in or something right now. Just because I've had terrible luck for the whole year has not been great. When things aren't moving, this is a pretty good looking game. When it's not like too much color blasting you in the face, it looks nice. But that's about to change here in about 4 seconds. There's like a drift mechanic while flying, and I don't understand how that works at all. I don't even think I paid attention to the fact that I had an item to throw the entire last race. And now I'm using them. And look, I'm in third. What? Yeah, there's just so much going on here. It's kind of sick, but at the same time, it's a little bit disorienting of what I'm doing at any moment. But I'm killing it. Look at me, I'm in first. That's gonna last 5 minutes. This is my race. I'm gonna win this one. if it wasn't for all these tentacles that I have to fly way around. Am I aiming at something? I don't know. There's a crosshair, but I don't know what it's hitting. I don't have anything to throw. Why is that there? Okay, when I said this was my race, I lied entirely. I'm way back now. Ah! He took me in the last second? Should have stayed his tails. Should have stayed his tails. That one could have been mine. Unbelievable.
Good enough.
Good enough. Yeah, I'll take it, I guess. That was good enough. I don't know what these things are that I've unlocked. Probably should have skipped through all that stuff at the beginning. But, I didn't feel like reading through all that right here in front of everybody. Oh, little power-ups. Okay. Bigger rocket punch. I had to look over for a second. My computer is just like, that fan is just screaming. It's so loud. At any moment, this whole thing can just self-destruct. We're gonna stick with Knuckles. We'll just let it go with Knuckles. I'm assuming all these like little pit crew guys on the corner are also hedgehogs. So are they bald underneath? Do they shave off their thing? Or is it just like, have they ever put Sonic in a hat? Like, does that all just like fold in? If he puts a hat on, does it like his do just fold in? Because they look like they had nothing there. Those helmets were snug to the skull. And his ears. Where do his ears go? Oh no. Okay, I thought we lost it. I thought, wow, we're really getting to Tony Hawk fast, I guess. Does this ring make me control? Do I control the level change? Or what does this do? Let's see what happens. Oh, nope. It turned... Oh, okay. I was like, it turned me into Sonic? It did not. It just put me near Sonic. I have some updates in the. Sorry, I am getting into gamer mode because I don't know what's going on. I'm just really just fighting for my life out here. I have some updates in the YouTube stuff. I do have another video finally recorded. It's in the editing process. It'll be out hopefully next week. I hope. I don't know. It was not the intended next video, but the intended next video involved being outside, and here in the Midwest it is a degree outside, so I could not do that. That's what's taken so long, and then I finally gave up on waiting, and I haven't done a single game review. What is happening? What? What has happened? What did they do? What is going on? Is that something? Did somebody set me up in that? No. The warp is just broken. Oh. Oh, it's real bugged out now. Oh, here we go. We're back. Oh, we're not back. We're not back at all. What is going on? I don't know, but if this gets me to first, I'll take it. Whatever gets me the win. We're going all the way to the top with this one. Like, actually. If you thought you were disoriented before, I don't know what... This isn't even part of the map. I don't know where we are. And we're still not back. Yeah, there we go. Now we're back. I don't know what you call that, but I call that racing. Wow, that is why this is a network test. Oh boy. If every race was like that, that makes this game a 10 out of 10. That was incredible. I don't know what everybody's doing it. It's not even just me. We're all just flying around out here. It's starting to hurt my head to watch it just like seizure around like that. Oh, okay. Well, I'm Shadow now, still in the blue car. I was going to switch it up to another card, try out something different, but here we are. I don't remember which one that was. I think it was Metal Harbor. Or was that Water Palace? I don't know. We'll hit this one again. I don't know if I should do the same one again after that, because that broke me. That one will really take a minute to desynthesize yourself from. Wow. This game rules. I didn't know I was going to love this so much. I want them all to be like that. I expect nothing less from a Sonic game. What are these little robots? Are they... I'm assuming those are bots? That's why they have a little robot there? They're fake racers, which is really bad because I am not doing well. So if they're not even real people that I'm losing to, that sucks. But I know it can't be another console because this is exclusively a PlayStation 5 test. It's not on any other console or PC or anything. Kind of embarrassing though that I'm losing it all, man. I don't know if that little portal thing really helps anything. Oh. Oh, there's a voting system there. I kind of like that. I kind of like the voting system. Everybody gets to pick. They picked wrong because I wanted to go to whatever that was with the hot air balloons instead of actual hell. But I guess that's how democracy works. Don't do it again. I thought I broke it again. It's weird that little thing where you go into a new track is specifically only for one. It's like the first lap, and then the second lap you just race the regular track again. I don't know if the jumping, does it boost me, or is it just jumping? I keep trying to drift, and you can't really do that in the water, I guess. You just do this little hop. No! I got a flat stand lead to the finish. That is unbelievable. Unacceptable. It was unacceptable. I agree. You got beat by a robot. I don't know if I'm necessarily killing it, but I might be like one of the better players of this game.
Hey guys. Yes.
I don't like the people who are showing me chili dogs. I don't think we need that option in here at all. I've got more updates, more things on the list we can get to here. This week I finally got back to skateboarding. I picked back up the wooden wheels. I don't think anybody calls it that, the wooden wheels. No, it's kind of a thing that on its own is cool. It doesn't need a nickname to be cooler than it is. It just is. It's kind of its whole thing. But I picked it back up. I mean, not outdoors because it's freezing. But now that my house is mildly back in order, I scooted around my basement a little bit. Spun around in some circles a few times. Popped some ollies. Just had a little mini session in my basement, waiting for the weather to get better so I can go outside and do it. Because it's been, I don't know, October, like end of October, it was probably November when I did it last and then didn't get back to it. Because it's just been cold and other things going on. But I picked it back up and immediately blew a hole in my socks. Because the shoes that I use, like I have a specific, like this is the skateboard shoe. And it's already got a hole worn in it from just rubbing against the grip tape. Oh, look, I still got to come here anyways. And that hole, just every time I do anything, it just rubs right on through. to the sock. Brand new pair of socks. Blew them out in 10 minutes. They had a hole in them. So I need to find a new. I need to go get new skateboard shoes before I blow a hole in my foot. But I'm really excited to be back at it. And then I found. I'm not like super familiar with the area I work in. I've only been over there for 6-7 months, and I don't really go anywhere else around except like to the restaurants on the way home. I don't like explore the area very much. And I have just googling around found that there is a skate park over there. It's not like a big one. It's got some ledges. It's got a rail. Like it's got like a box for ledges, and it's got a rail. It's got a quarter pipe. Not like a huge quarter pipe, but like a small quarter pipe, and I think a kicker. I haven't went to it personally. I just looked at it through like Google Earth to see what's over there. But when it's warmer, I'm gonna sneak over there on lunch break and see what's there. I might just take the board with me, just throw it in the trunk, and then I'll just go over there and rip a fat session on my lunch break. So I'm curious. I've never, like, even when I was a young man skateboarding, I never actually went to a skate park. So that'd be a new experience to me. There it goes. I podium finished. I finally did it. Oh, I am a D-. If you asked anybody what I was, they would say I'm a D-. That's for sure. So the skateboarding is back, and I'm pretty excited about it. Really excited. Hopefully get it to stick longer this time than the last time. Seeing as how it's not going to get like really cold soon, I probably will be able to stick with it a little better than I did. Was that E Stadium we did last time? I don't know how many of these I've been through. Sorry, I yawned again. I said I wouldn't do that because I had caffeine, but then apparently I'm too tired anyways. I don't know how many more of these races I'll do. This is clearly a very repetitive. I mean, Downhill Jam is also repetitive, but at least with Downhill Jam we get through it and then we move on to the next game. And this is it, pretty incomplete. It's just a racing game. I am enjoying it. I feel like I will, at full release I'll probably enjoy this more when it's a single player thing. I'm not much of an online racer. That's not really my cup of tea. If I'm playing anything online, it's more... I'm looking at, like, competitive shooters, like Halo, Call of Duty, that stuff. Or, like... I'm not gonna say MMOs, but, like... I was a big, like, Grand Theft Auto online person for a long time. And then had to quit that addiction. Very excited to pick that back up this year when Grand Theft Auto 6 definitely comes out. I'm standing by that. It will come out this year. You can't tell me otherwise. But online racers are like online fighters. Never really my bag. The music in this is surprisingly, like, pretty good. I mean, I know Sonic has a history of having some pretty solid soundtracks. But I don't know. This is, I'm gonna say groovy stuff. It's not necessarily groovy, but it hits. I don't know how well it's coming through to you guys, but in my end, it sounds good. I'm gonna really step this one up because I'm way behind. That's what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I lost all of that because I flat Stanley'd myself. There we go. Now it's my turn. No, it's not. Apparently it's not. I didn't hit anybody.
Embarrassing.
I don't know what place I got. It apparently... Okay, there it goes. Now it knows. 6th.
Good.
Ooh, I got another upgrade slot or whatever that is. I don't know if that's an upgrade, whatever it is. Gadget? Got another gadget hole. I don't want to call it that. Gadget hole. Nope, not what I meant. What was the other thing I had? Big boxing glove. There we go. Okay, we've been doing this for about an hour. I say maybe 1 or 2 more races. And then we'll move back over to Tony Hawk. Which hopefully is a seamless transition. I've never swapped games and consoles in the middle of a stream before. The way I did it... Oh, there you go. There's my network error. I assumed that was going to happen at some point. Maybe we won't get one more race. I didn't get... Oh. I'll try to switch cars again, and then we'll see where that leads us. I guess I can switch people again. Did I do Sonic? I don't think I did. I don't think I did base Sonic. Oh, did I unlock new cars? Oh, sick. I want to drive this thing. This looks awesome. Why didn't it tell me that? That could have just bought us some more Sonic time. Giving me new cars. I pushed my little chat monitor here and the whole thing just about fell backwards off the desk. I didn't realize my desk was pulled so far back. Everything collapsed right before I hit the go live button. The tripod attached to the desk slipped off and fell. And then I had to pull everything back. My light slipped. Everything just kind of crumbled, and I had to reassemble everything quickly and then hit go live. I also didn't have prepared to have this console here, so I had to yank the whole TV apart to move this PlayStation over to here. It was a nightmare, and I did it all in. That's why I was late, because I was prepared on like You know, the just like getting ready to get into it and talk side. I was not prepared on having everything connected side. Man, that bunny is jazzed. Look at her go.
Go, go, go! Be fast!
This game is exciting me for the new Mario Kart that we got to use recently. Mario Kart. Oh, we think is Mario Kart 9? Because this looks really nice. Which I don't know if Mario Kart can look this nice because it's going to be on a Switch.
Oh, yeah!
All their games look, you know, like a cartoon. They look more cartoony than like. I mean, yeah, it's a blue hedgehog that runs really fast. It looks cartoony. This does, but you know, Nintendo doesn't have the like fidelity to it. They've kind of got their own thing going on over there, so it might not look this good.
Oh, yeah! Good! Nice!
I also have like I have no information about this game. I got the email and I was like, let's do it. I didn't even like fully watch the announcement trailer for this when they said this was coming. I don't know if this is gonna be a free-to-play game or if it's like a full retail release. I do not know what's going on with any of this. Whoa. Now that I kind of have my bearings of where things are, it is rad. All the little like things that change.
Time to slip ahead!
Did I hit second? Second or third? Oh, I hit third for sure. I didn't see that robot is... Oh, I hit fifth. Way farther back than I thought I did. I didn't see that robot was like 40 miles ahead of me. Oh, it's a little present box at the top. When that popped up last time, I thought it was a little French fry box, like a McDonald's French fry. That's what it looked like to me. That's what I thought. I did not know. I didn't realize it was a present box. My chat keeps bugging out and giving me the welcome message again over and over again. That's probably real loud on your end. Apologies again there. Alright, last one. We'll hit the Wonder Water Palace? Something Palace. I didn't fully read it before I clicked it. Now I can't look at it again. And then we'll move back on to our regularly scheduled program. Unless everyone's enjoying the Sonic. We're going from a racing game to a racing game. So, this is a real good day for you if you like racing of any kind. No, I'm not saying NASCAR, just racing of any kind. I am baffled by the amount of people in the world that watched NASCAR. I didn't think that, like, growing up, I didn't think that NASCAR was as popular as it is. And boy, do I not care about, like, I don't think there's anything I care about less than NASCAR. And it seems like everywhere I go, people love NASCAR. I just want to escape it. Everywhere, like, everybody at my job talks about NASCAR. Everybody at my last job talked about NASCAR. People love it, and I just do not get it. Maybe it's I'm not a car guy, and that's why. Maybe it's because I'm not a NAS guy. I don't know which one it is, but it's not my thing. The craziest part about it, though, is how many people that like NASCAR want to talk to you about NASCAR when you clearly don't care about it. People are always telling me about it, and I don't want to know. Unless I just have that, like, please talk to me about NASCAR face. Like, that's just built into me when you look at me. Yeah. My dad and I watched it when I was young. You have to have someone to root for. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's that I don't, like, I didn't grow up with NASCAR, so I'm just, like, don't care about NASCAR. I can see, like I'm not a baseball guy either, but, like, watched a lot of Cubs games with my grandpa because he was a diehard Cubs fan. So maybe I just, like I default to the Cubs if I'm asked about baseball. And, like, I can't say I hated watching it. It just, like, not how I want to spend my Thursday. But I wouldn't consider myself a baseball guy either. I don't have the hate for it like I do NASCAR, that's for sure. Did I do it? I think I did it. Did I do it? Did I do it? Let's go! I am a god. I am the Sonic Hedgehog. Oh, I did it. I went fast. And we're done. I first placed. We're done. We're not, we're not touching any more Sonic. I'm going out on top. I went straight to the top. And I went straight to the top fast. Coming in, like, right at an hour. First hour of the stream, all Sonic. I can't be beat. I'm going out with my almost... I'm going to say that it was my 0 loss record. Oh, I got a little crown? They gave me a crown. I don't have to play anymore. I got the crown. That's the top achievement you can get in the Sonic beta. There it is. I just can go back to this for a minute because I'm going to jump out of this. If you're not first, you're last. That's right. And I'm never going to be last because I'm going to be first for the remainder of my playtime. I'm first. Okay, so now we're going to do kind of a little swap thing. And I don't know how well it's going to work. I also don't know how well you get... When I turn and do that, I don't know if you hear me at all. If it comes through, I completely step away. And I don't look to see if that little thing is going or not. Shake and bake. Absolutely. I baked and shaked. So this could be an absolute disaster, or it won't be. We've got rainbow colors. There it is. Look at that. And the Tony Hawk is back. I don't know if that turned off or not. I changed the screen before I turned off the PS5, so I don't know if it's off. It may just be sitting on over here the whole time. There it goes. It made a beep. I don't ever touch the front of that thing. There's two buttons on the front of it, and I don't know which one is the disc tray button and the power button. I guess every time and half the time a disc pops out the front of it. I just have no idea. Oh, this controller feels so little after that. It feels so small. Oh, I should probably turn that off. Oh, okay. I was like, all these say 0. Did I not save? Okay, so now is there music? Okay. It turned it off now because that's sound. Music's gone. Okay, we're good. One another Frank Black situation. Somebody copywriting my stream again. Okay, where were we? I don't know how many more of these I have to go. But we'll power on through and make it to the end of this game today. I hope. I don't want it to last another day.
So tell me, how do you feel about competing against a legend like Tony Hawk?
I meant to say at the beginning, for like, when people come back, if people come back, because they're surprisingly, like, every week, like 20 to 30 people watch the VOD of these streams, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know if I don't know if I'm good at this or not, but I'm baffled by how many people actually watch this after the fact when I'm not here to, like, I guess comment to, talk to. But they do. So I meant to say that I was going to put a time code for when this switches, but I guess they'll just have to look and figure that out when they click that. When I do that, you'll be able to see where it switches from Sonic to Tony Hawk if you're here for one or the other. Gotta remember how to do all this. Just got used to a completely different kind of racing. Worst thing to do is switch racing games in the middle. Like going from one to the other is very confusing. Because switching games in general and having to remember what, like, buttons do what can be confusing. But this is, like, going from racer to racer is a lot. I definitely had first. I don't know why it gave away first, but I'll let it slide this time. I am surprised how flawlessly the switch from console to console went. I expected that to be a complete nightmare, and I don't know why it like smoothly just worked. Nothing ever goes that smooth for me during these. This way? This way. This is the way I'm supposed to be to center myself. I hate these cash grab ones where you have to grab the little coins. These are stupid. I didn't have like a lot of like I had my big notes. The Tony Hawk new Tony Hawk game announcement thing was supposed to take longer, but all of that, the not working with the screen sharing thing really put a damper on that whole situation. One of these days I will finally upgrade my computer situation and make things a lot easier, because this thing is ready to go. But clearly, when I have to deal with it, the kitchen remodel along with the plumbing issue and my entire house trying to explode on a daily basis. I'm not in the position to go buying high powered laptops at the moment. But when that time comes, these streams won't be so janky. I'll be able to scroll a web page one day without all of the camera and everything just completely bugging out and stopping working. For some reason, I thought it was a better idea to upgrade everything else for the stream first. But I forgot where I was. I started that whole thing and then I just rambled and forgot where I was going with it. The thing that I like, usually I take a lot of notes throughout the week. This week, for whatever reason, excuse me. I just, for whatever reason, did not take a lot of notes this week. But today, I was just scrolling through IMDb before. I don't casually scroll through IMDb too often, but I was researching something for a really cool project coming up in a couple months. Hopefully, that's a tease for something that may fall through. I'm keeping it quiet just in case it falls through, but something really cool. It'll be the coolest thing I've ever done on this channel in hopefully in 2 or 3 months, if it doesn't fall through. I'm not putting anything out there in case the entire thing collapses, but it's very cool. And the only tease that I can say to it is it involves Slayer. That's gonna be my tease for it. But I was scrolling through IMDb and I scrolled past the birthdays today. Like, they have that section of everybody's birthday. And I was like, oh, every time I notice that tab, I'm like, oh, whose birthday is it? And look, today is Jordan Peele's birthday. I was enough of a Key and Peele. Yeah, I enjoy it enough. I don't think I've ever sat and watched a full episode of Key and Peele, but I've seen all of the classic skits just from it being shared around on YouTube. That was a show that really YouTube ran with that show for a long time. Really had a second life there. But the thing that comes to mind every time I think of Jordan Peele is the time that he came, it was not like the last year as in the last one, but the year, so 2023 Game Awards, when he surprise came out for the Kojima thing, and the camera panned to Greg Miller because he had that crazy prediction that was going to happen, and then it absolutely did happen, exactly what he said. But the reason I think of that is not because of Greg Miller, because 6 rows behind him, I was watching that, not knowing that he was there, and I was like, oh, there's Andy in the back of the crowd. Andy Phillips, that's always in the chat, was just was in the crowd, and I didn't know he was. I know he worked for the Game Awards, but I did not know he was back, just back in the crowd, and it caught me so off guard to just see him in the background of that during like the big Jordan Peele reveal. So now every time I think of Jordan Peele, I think of Andy. There were more people on the birthday list, but I'm kind of ass-hauling at the moment, so whenever that's done, I'll go to the next person on the list of whose birthday it is. And maybe this can become a regular segment. Like how, like in Underground 2, I did the whole segment on 2004, and I was like, maybe I'll come back and do this for every game, like, through the years, and then I forgot. Until literally this moment, I just remembered that I was going to do that, and just completely forgot about it. I can't say that segment went over, like, super well. There wasn't a lot of response during it, but I enjoyed researching it. I like turning these into little segments. Next person on the birthday list is Jennifer Love Hewitt was on the birthday list, and I realized I don't think I've ever seen a single Jennifer Love Hewitt movie. And then I was scrolling a little farther, and I was like, oh, I have. She's in the live action Garfield. But then I was completely baffled by the fact that Jason Lee is not in the live action Garfield. I could have sworn he was John. He is not John. Jason Lee is not in the Garfield movies at all. I don't know where I thought of that. It's actually Breckin Meyer. Who the hell is Breckin Meyer? I don't know who that is. Like, the name sounds kind of familiar. Like, I should know him. But I could have sworn it was Jason Lee the entire time. So that really sent me down quite the rabbit hole earlier. Big Air Trick, San Francisco. And then the next person I ran into on the list was Elliot Page, which I had the exact same thought of. I don't think I've ever seen a single Elliot Page movie either. There's none of them that come to mind. I have some on the backlog I'd like to get to. Like, I've never seen Juno. I feel like that's one I should probably watch. It's really having its moment right now, you know, with the whole Sabrina Carpenter thing. And then Super, that movie with Rainn Wilson. I killed that one. I just obliterated that. Those are like the two that come to mind. And he's in Umbrella Academy. That I've never watched that show. I've read every one of those comics that have come out. I have not looked at the show at all. I don't know what it is about it. I just have not gotten around to looking at it, or even like it doesn't have a lot of interest to me. I don't know, because I really enjoyed the Umbrella Academy like comic series, but the show, just for whatever reason, is not drawing me in at all. And the last person on the list of birthdays that I recognized was Kelsey Grammer. And I cannot tell you, there's no words to describe how much I hate Frasier. I hate the show Frasier. But it has nothing to do with the show Frasier itself or Cheers. Cheers was the Frasier spun off from Cheers, I think. I'm not a Cheers expert, but I hate the show Frasier based solely off of its theme song. That was tossed salad, scrambled eggs thing. Hate it. Hate that theme song. Something about every time I would hear it come on, when you're just letting cable play, whatever, and it's like, it. I don't know what network that was on, but you were watching something and it ends, and then that Frasier song comes on. Hated it. So ever since then, I can't stand it. I've never had any desire to go back to that or Cheers. But I also realized when I pulled that up and saw Kelsey Grammer, or when I pulled up Kelsey Grammer, because I was like, I know that name, and then I was like, Frasier. Same as the Jason Lee thing, I could have sworn John Lithgow was Frasier. He's apparently not. I realized today, I don't know who is in what anymore. I decide in my head who is in what movies or shows, and it's never the right person. But John Lithgow has nothing to do with Frasier. He was in Third Rock from the Sun, which I watched quite a bit of because we used to put it on for my dog when we leave. We just let we had an antenna TV connection, and we just let that play when we leave. And I'd come back in, and there was I think it's out of Chicago. There is an over the air antenna network called Laugh, and it's just sitcoms is all it plays. So it would constantly, the things I would watch constantly on that when I'd walk, because I'd walk in and I'd see it and then I'd just stand. I'd just be standing staring at the TV for 15 minutes or so watching antenna TV sitcoms, and it was always Third Rock from the Sun, According to Jim, Home Improvement, or Night Court. So I'm well versed in all of those shows, and I shouldn't be. None of those are something I'm watching because I want to. They were on all the time for a year when we did that. Originally, when we did it, we put it on when we lived in a different place, and that the antenna channels there were very sparse. So when we would leave, we would just put that on whatever Fox or whatever the network that it would get. It's not like anything we ever watched ourselves, but we realized after a while that we were leaving, and the thing it would go to is 4-hour Jerry Springer marathons and Maury. So, and she was kind of an aggressive dog because she was a rescue, but I feel like it wasn't helping that we were leaving, and we were like, here you go, watch 4 to 8 hours of people just screaming at each other and punching each other. Just the maximum amount of trash television you can get. That's what we were hyping the dog up with every day when we leave for work. And then we wondered why she was so mean all the time. So when we had the opportunity and more antenna channels, we decided that maybe sitcoms were a better choice than Jerry Springer and Maury. Maury? How is it? Is it Maury? Is that how it's pronounced? Oh no. Can't say I'm a big fan. I do kind of miss though. Not it'll bring down the mood, but that dog is no longer with us. But I don't have a need to have antenna TV on. We have a cat now, but cats don't care what you put on TV. That is so out of the realm of cats. I'm not even sure the cat wants people to be in the house most of the time. So we don't ever have that on, and I kind of miss it. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of miss just walking in and Home Improvement's on. You just walk in and listen to Tim Allen make grunts and motor noises for 10 minutes, and you're like, all right, and then move on with the rest of your day. I love that. That's something we're all missing in the digital all streaming age. I guess not enough Tim Allen is my complaint. Home Improvement though was like, that was like one of those shows that it was like Friends. Like I never watched Friends, but like I go to my grandparents or whatever. Like growing up, it was just always on. Adults were always watching Friends or Home Improvement or Seinfeld. That was like all the television that adults watched as I was growing up. And maybe that's why I've never watched through any of those. But I stand by my statement from a few weeks ago. I will eventually get to. I'll watch Seinfeld. I'm curious about it, and his stand-up makes me laugh. Also, that Pop-Tart movie he did recently was pretty funny. Man, this is an absurd amount of gates. Missed it, but that's okay. Let's just get over here and end it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I just talked about for the last 20 minutes. I didn't think that birthday thing was gonna get me rambling as long as it did. But man, it really took me to a lot more information than I thought it would. The birthday segment might be a hit. We might bring that back. Another one where you just punch people. Now this is a peak game mode. So earlier today, before I was doing any of this, got home. Picked up my son and came home, and he's really into Scooby Doo. But I like to occasionally, like, he just wants to watch the same 3 movies all the time, which is fine if he enjoys them. But occasionally, I feel like maybe we should broaden our horizons a little bit. Like, just maybe, like, I know he wants to watch the Scoob movie all the time, but like, we could watch another Scooby Doo movie for sure. We don't have to just watch that one, or just watch A Pup Named Scooby Doo again. So I thought, he likes Spider-Man a lot. What if... Well, that was entirely not how that was supposed to go. I was trying to jump off on those stairs to hit those people. I thought, what if I introduce him to Batman through the Scooby-Doo and Batman Brave and the Bold movie? So I thought, I'll just use Scooby-Doo as my in to get him into Batman. And he didn't seem like super interested. He was kind of into it. Most of the time, he'll just walk away. And he actually stayed and watched it, but he didn't seem like incredibly into it. But that is not what I'm getting to. What I'm getting to is that I watched Scooby-Doo and Batman the Brave and the Bold earlier, and we don't often watch like plain Scooby-Doo. It's usually like Pup Named Scooby-Doo or the newer animated stuff, which that movie is not like old by any means, but it has like the old style of Scooby-Doo animation. Why are Hanna-Barbera characters so dead behind the eyes? I mean, I get their drawings, but like Fred Flintstone, there's nothing in that. There's no soul in that body. He's just a husk. And I feel the same about like all the Scooby-Doo cast. Like their eyes are just dots. There's just nothing. There's in none of those characters have a bit of soul in them. It's all just shells. Oh, there's no way I'm gonna get to the end of this. Oh no! I was not prepared. I was just punching people. But I don't think it's like the Scooby-Doo characters are certainly the worst for looking like dead behind the eyes. But it's a Hanna-Barbera thing all the way around. Like they're all bad. Like Johnny Quest, nothing there either. I just don't know, like, what that was 80s, 70s, 80s? When those were all big? I'm gonna say 80s probably. Early 80s. I'm thrown off because Scooby-Doo, like, they're hippie characters, so are they? I don't know. I'm not like, for someone who has to consume as much Scooby-Doo as I do on a daily basis, you think I'd know when, like, I'd have more Scooby-Doo knowledge, but I really don't. I don't know. I don't know when it started. I'm gonna assume early 80s, maybe late 70s. But it feels like them all being like hippies is more of like a joke. So like it's people past the hippie era making fun of it. But 70s seems right. I don't know. I'm not gonna Google it right now while I'm racing down this hill. But I feel like they could have put more life in their cartoon characters back then. No, 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 no! It was right there. I could have had it. It was within my grasp. The problem is that I'm going for this like gold ranking, and I don't need the gold ranking. Every time I do one of these, it feels like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Because I'm just hitting the two triggers back and forth. As if it were the little Rock'em Sock'em Robot fists. I feel like that's a toy I haven't seen in a long time. Also, as another thing, as a dad, that's not true. I was just saying I travel the toy aisle a lot. I did that as a childless adult also. I'm a giant man child. So, I'm talking with a toy collection behind me on the shelf, as if I didn't go down the toy aisles on my own. But I can't tell you the last time I saw. I don't think I've ever in my life seen a Rock'em Sock'em Robot on a shelf. I recall as a child having a Rock'em Sock'em robot, but they weren't robots. It was GI Joe, and it was no one knows the names of any of the GI Joes, the the Joes. They were just generic army men, but it was whatever generic army man, GI Joe, and a Cobra. I kept wanting to call him Master Splinter, which is Ninja Turtles, way off, but actually not that far off. I feel like GI Joe and Ninja Turtles are they're pretty close. It's like Transformers. Like all three of those are pretty. They're kind of in the same circle. Like they eat at the same lunch table. Okay, let's do the girl power race.
Is there any truth to this rumor about you being bad luck to the other skaters?
No, of course not. If you believe that I'm bad luck, then it's more likely that you'll psych yourself out and experience bad luck around me. A self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing. Okay, and maybe...
A scream came out of nowhere. Why was there a scream? I'm gonna rock 'em sock 'em again. Oh, well, meant to hit the shortcut and did not. There we go. I'm just skipping the entire track here. Well, I thought for some reason I thought somehow with the door shut that my cat got in here, but it's just I got like a rogue hair to the side and I moved just right and it looked like a cat tail jumping onto the couch, but it's just a hair on the side of my head. I am not used to those because I'm going incredibly bald. So I don't remember that there's hair up there sometimes, I guess. I keep doing it. I know it's there. I know it's not a cat, but it just keeps getting me. Is this not the ending of the race? This is always where the finish line is on this track. No. No. Okay, I'll take second. That's fine. I can do second.
Tony Hawk's downhill jam. Now there's a reason for that.
This is not one of those games where we're going for all goals. We take what we can get so we can move on to away from the PS2. This is the last of the PS2 games. Oh, I'm now champion. Maybe that's the end of it. I don't know how many rank ups I can go. I'm at level 180. I'm assuming that's a level. I don't know. 187? I guess champion is the level.
I'm a mite bit nervous about going back to San Francisco. Last time I was here, I accidentally put a guy in hospital during a football match.
Seriously? I guess that.
It's like every time I skip the little cutscene, then they scream.
Is my rightful place.
I don't know why the camera's all down like that. I don't think it's never done that before. I was definitely going too fast for the game though, and somehow I'm in second place. I was going way too fast, and it couldn't catch up. I like how perfectly shaped everything is. Like, the railing that perfectly takes you, instead of taking you straight, that would make, like, the most sense. The racetrack doesn't go that way, so it takes you the direction of the racetrack. Oh, it's a close one. Not if I have fists, it's not.
Winning. Is there any other way
Once
to
I am really showing off my racing skills this evening. I unlocked concept art. Okay. I don't know what makes this one, like, this one has little gems. This one's just gold. I don't know what the difference is to make them do that. Like, how it gets there. I also have no idea how long this game is. Because I would have thought that we were at the end of it by the end of the last one. And it just keeps going. Because it just keeps reusing the same old level over and over again. I was a little apprehensive to do the Sonic thing. Because I was like, that's a whole hour of downhill jam we could be getting through. To be done with downhill jam. And also I was worried that when I did it, I was just going to do one or the other. Which is the poll I put out everywhere. on YouTube, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. I'm on all those things if you want updates about any of this stuff or just nonsense. I put a lot of nonsense there. Today I put up a post about my Amazon jeans. Bought jeans on Amazon. They're Amazon branded jeans. Feels very dystopian. There's a whole thing. Surprisingly comfortable. Just feels wrong to have the Amazon logo on your pants. But that's just recycling my Blue Sky from earlier today. But I'm on all those places, and I put up a poll of whether I should do Sonic or this, and it was pretty 50-50, so I just kind of did 50-50. Like, I think the YouTube one might have come out more on the side of Downhill Jam, and then the Instagram one came out more Sonic. But the YouTube one had more voters, but it was like close enough. So I just did both of them and hoped that this would work out, and it did, surprisingly. So that leaves us open for many more options now that I've tested it. But I was worried that the whole thing was going to collapse, and I was going to have to like start up a second stream link on the fly and do a whole other second stream. I was ready for the worst, and it wasn't. So I'm really glad that it all just worked out. Because things don't often work out like that. When I'm doing something like this, it's usually a nightmare. Let me up. Oh. Okay, whatever. Got there. I mean, I guess I thought it was gonna work out. I was gonna do that whole phone mirroring thing to show off the Tony Hawk, new Tony Hawk stuff, but it just didn't work. Everything, it worked fine. It was flawlessly working before I hit start stream. And then after I hit start stream, the whole thing just fell through. Why? I have no idea. It just decided that all streaming's going now. Why don't we just not work? Oh, it's a score one. I didn't even pay attention to what kind of thing I was doing here. Oh no, I missed the... No. I'm going to restart this one because I did miss the slow-mo thing. Oh, I could have got skate. It was in my grasp. Not skate, but like the A. Whoa. I was about to say I haven't run into one of these slow-mo things in a while. I felt like this level was greatly lacking those, but there one was.
You know, winning sure brings back a lot of memories. And I just want to win more.
I do feel like this is the this is the game in the series that we could just, if I want to do, we could just not finish it. Like, we've seen everything this game has to offer already, like 4 times. But for some reason, it just keeps on a going. It's gonna hit us with some white zombie there. That's white zombie, right? More human than human. That's white zombie. Guess we could do some music talk. I mean, I don't have any new music to talk about from the game, but I could just talk about. I guess I could just like talk about what I'm listening to right now. I got way lost off of there. I haven't done that before, but I listen to a lot of music throughout the week. You know, on my commute and such, and my day to day. I don't know if I may listen to music in like a weirder way than most people, because I listen to so many things like full albums all the way through, which I think I mentioned a week or two ago. But I also will just like in a day, I may just listen to like one artist all day. Like, I'll just pick an artist and be like, that's what I'm listening to this whole day. Or I'll pick like I could just pick a genre and listen, which I think is a more common way to do it, of like picking a genre and listening to that kind of music all day. I can't pull it up to get the exact thing. Oh, there we go. That ended pretty quickly. I guess I'll just pull up the old Apple Music. And I can hit this thing that tells me what I've listened to recently. Today, I mean, I just kind of know this off the top of my head because it was today. Today was mostly Fall Out Boy is what I listened to today. It was like a one artist kind of day. I don't know why, because that Patrick Stump does all the music for Spider-Man, the Spidey and His Amazing Friends kids cartoon that I get to watch 30 episodes a day of. And you think I'd be sick of hearing him, but he is like subliminally like implanted himself in my brain that for some reason I want to listen to that more, I guess. But I was on kind of a Fall Out Boy kick today. So that was most of what today is. Yesterday was more of, it was a little heavier of a day. Not like metal, but I was just listening to like, I guess it was like a hard rock kind of day. I was listening to the new Linkin Park stuff with the post Chester stuff. And I listened to that. I listened to a little bit of Jason Ellis's band. That was Jason Ellis, who I played American Wasteland Classic mode through as skateboarder, moto guy, Sirius XM host forever. He has 2 bands. It's one band that had 2 names, Taint Stick, and then they changed it to Death Death Die, which they're kind of they're more of like it's like a comedy metal band, but they're heavier. And I was going through that catalog because I had never listened to it, and I enjoy some Jason Ellis in my life. So there was some good stuff there. I was listening to that. I guess I was kind of in I was in the skateboard heavy metal, heavy rock mood, I guess, yesterday. Because I was listening to that, and I was listening to some CKY, and that kind of stuff yesterday. I also, because I finally got, I haven't, it's not like on streaming anywhere, so it's hard to get. So I just finally put it on iTunes. Since he's a character over here. Bam Margera had a band. He's had multiple bands, but he was a singer of like a heavier rock band with his brother, the drummer of CKY. They had a band called Eavesdroppers. They did one album in like 2016 that's really good, and it never gets talked about or put anywhere. It's like one of the few serious things he did that was really good. And then, like, the day before that, that one was all over. There was no rhyme or reason to what I was listening to. There's some rap rock in there, some pop, some new wave. I feel like new wave is not talked about enough. Like Duran Duran. We need to show more love to Duran Duran. I don't feel like enough people talk about how great they are. And I don't know, that maybe that's just a me getting old thing that I like suddenly, because I wasn't really into like synth stuff like that as a younger man. God, the last like 3 or 4 years, I'm all over that. I could listen to Duran Duran all day now. There's synth stuff. The most I got into like synth kind of music like that was like Muse. I love me some Muse. Sorry, I was ripping some sick tricks and just got silent there for a second. The other thing, like, I had a bridge in my mind, but I just got so distracted into this that I couldn't think about what I was gonna say. And what it was is that the other thing that like I didn't know I was gonna be into until I was an old man was that I didn't know I was gonna be like a folk music guy. Like, I'm not saying I'm listening to like folk music, like bluegrass all day long, but the amount of like, you're not gonna get me listening to like stadium country or anything like that. But like, Frank Turner is a big one that I listen to for like folk music. Love that. I don't know. There's something about like people who like punk music when they get old also kind of like folk music, and I don't know what the correlation is there. But I'm not alone in this. This is not just me. But then also like some real old like traditional country, I guess, is also something that I've been dabbling in more recently. I don't know like if you'd consider it traditional country or not, but like Jim Croce, I guess he's old. Yeah, I would consider him traditional country, but love that stuff. That's kind of been that's been in the rotation a lot recently, stuff like that, and like Towns Van Zandt. It's old like traditional country, but it's not like Hank Williams, which I like enough. There's like a couple of like Hank Williams Sr. There's like one or two songs of his that I enjoy. That also was something I didn't expect from my life to be a fan of. Oh, did I collect Skate for the first time ever? There we go. I didn't know if I was gonna get there or not. That's the first time I've collected all the Skate letters. I'll take it. Whatever I can get. And then, of course, in there with all that, there's been the recent Mastodon thing that I've been into, thanks to Mitch. They've been coming in and out of the rotation here and there. Not a lot of other stuff that's like in that category. They're just kind of on their own. I don't know why I liked that album that he recommended, so that's been kind of slipping in here and there between stuff. He's made me a fan of at least that album. I don't know if he's still in the chat or not, but I'm not brave enough yet to like dive deeper into that catalog. But really into that. Did I restarted that same event. I think. Did I restart the same event over and over? Just over again? Not over and over again. Just over again once. A regular one over again? I did. I'm a ding dong. I'm always confused when it pops up. It'll pop up that little screen like it's gonna have a little thing talk, and then it just doesn't. I don't know why it does that. It kind of like it shouldn't make any sense because this is original hardware. I'm not playing like this isn't like an emulated ROM or anything. Like this is straight up PS2 on disc. But it reminds me of like when like I mean allegedly if I emulated something, it could have been an experience like that. Alright. But, you know, like when you I guess like when you take like a PS4 game or something like that, like a PS3 game and play it on a PS5 or Xbox Series X, whatever. And now that you have a solid state drive, it's too fast for like when it's like telling you a tip in the loading screen, it just blows right past it so you can't see what's really there because it loads way faster now. It has that feeling to it, but there's nothing different here. It's just the way it was intended to be played, except for it being on the Wii. I know this is kind of this is like a Wii title that for some reason also went to the PS2. Sorry again, I'm very yawny this week, and I guess last week. There's different stats to these boards, and I don't pay attention to what the difference is. Every time they give me a new one, I'm like, sure, that one will work, and then I take the new board. Going the wrong way. There we go. That'll turn me around. for an update on the watch hours thing that I've kind of been chronicling as we go. If it, because you know that's why I started the streams to try to up the watch time and stuff. The watch time is up like 50 hours from last week. Like it is skyrocketing now. Not, I mean, it's not like skyrocketing like I'm almost done, but like it is going up way faster than it has before. Because I was really stuck for a while in a pattern of it being the exact same amount. Like every week I'd gain an hour, a couple hours, and then by the next day it'd all be gone. And now I'm at enough that like, I'm consistently gaining enough hours every week that it's going up little by little every day. Which is nice, because that means it will bring more people here. That's what we want, right? More people watching these streams and videos. That's what I want. I don't know what you want. Apparently you want you want to watch this. I thought I could grind a car that was moving like that, and that was not the case. Yep, can't do that either. I was gonna go for first place, but you know I don't care. I don't care enough. It's not like I'm gonna do another first place celebration. That was only reserved for Sonic. I'm not doing another one of those. I did kind of phone it in a bit though. Like when I did my little celebration for winning Sonic, I could have got a little more loud with it, but I have a sleeping toddler upstairs, so that was like that's what you get with a kind of quiet, a hushed celebration. Clearance special. This is the longest taking like little the little sections that it gives me every time I rank up. I get the little section of race. Oh, this is a demolition thing. Okay, just have to break stuff. Porta potty worth big money. Break more porta potty. Are people worth money? No. This is surprisingly difficult to just find stuff to run into. Unless there's multipliers somewhere and I've just been missing every one of them that pops up. Yeah, I missed. That didn't get me anything. There's got to be a multiplier somewhere to give me the the points to finish this. First off, no time at all here. Okay. Well, that looked like it was a like a 2 times, but I couldn't get to it in any way to, you know, make that one work. There's no way a little rubber traffic cone like that is worth $150. If so, we got to figure out a better alternative for a little orange triangle. Is that it? Is there any kind of multiplier? Got the speed wobbles over here. There we go. There's a multiplier. I'm not gonna make it now. I spent too much time. Yep, there we go. I knew I wasn't gonna make it. I guess I'll do my annual appreciation of the lurkers every stream. You not chatters, just hanging out in here. You're appreciated. You don't have to talk to me. Just know you're appreciated. I don't know where the ×2 is or when it goes away. I can't see it. There's no, like, notice of the multiplier anywhere. I don't understand how you could even get enough points to finish this one. Every single stream. Can I go this way? Oh, there we go. There's something. That's how you get that 2 times. I wondered how you get that. I thought I'd get that other 2 times, but apparently not. Or 3 times, whatever that one is there. There it is, there it is, there's bronze. I'll take bronze, I don't care, just finish it. That one's stupid, there's no time at all. I'll give you nearly enough time to get through any of that event. This is last. Oh, it's a new board. The spooky. Oh, there's another one of those stupid don't touch the ground ones. Based off of boards that I've unlocked, I feel like now we're around halfway, which I hope is not the case. I'm really ready. Real ready to be towards the end of this. Well, we gotta grind this whole thing. Okay. I'm not grinding. I'm not jumping at all. I'm not doing anything. It's there we go. Oh, okay. So I was just riding the grass the whole time. I was riding like a dirt board. Well, that's not the method. There we go. If those would just be one solid grind, this would be easier. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. I feel like there's a lot of times it should. That feels like was so loud. It screamed. Feels like. If it feels like there's a lot of time that it should, like, like it shouldn't let me pass, and it does. No. No, those poles. There we go. Ah, there it is. Are you kidding me? I tapped the edge of that. Okay, here it is. There we go. That's the end of The Floor is Lava. Hit Netflix, show The Floor is Lava. Did anyone actually watch The Floor is Lava? I remember that it came out on Netflix, that game show that they did. That was, you can't touch the ground or whatever, but they made it like wacky, and you were like in a temple or whatever. Not you, but like the contestants were like in a temple or whatever. Why did that not count? Why did that not count? Oh, you have to get within a certain amount of time. I'm a ding dong. Okay, we'll try that again and try to get it within a certain amount of time. Because I didn't do that. I was just trying to get to the end of it. I thought there was an indicator that would tell you if you weren't getting it, but apparently there's not one. Nope. So this is why I'm gonna have to restart a bunch if I'm not getting it, so that the timer doesn't get too far away. I had something. I was in the middle of talking something, and then I got distracted by the fact that it didn't let me win that. So now I don't know where I was going. Where was I going? What was I talking about? How did I lose it? I don't know how I lost whatever it was I was talking about, but it's completely gone. I had something in there, and now I got nothing. Oh, that just leads me to nothing every time. There's nowhere to go from there. Man, I had something. I hit a brick wall. It's gone. I have no way to go back. And nobody watching knows what to say. Oh, it's just gone. I just have to pick up with something else.
Haven't I bailed enough?
Ah, I didn't jump fast enough. Is that enough for a gold or bronze? Silver. Okay, it gave me a silver. There you go. That works. Whatever it wants to give me, I'll just take whatever it throws my way. I keep unlocking costumes for just like whoever, but I never go out to adjust anything, so I don't actually get to use or see any of those. We're at 11:28. Usually I try to wrap these up by midnight, but tonight we might just power on through. Just whatever
So, I heard
whatever
you
it
used to be a
takes.
groomer. I heard that you used to be like a really overweight kid or something.
Sure enough, Moms used to work at the candy factory.
It's midnight or the 3 hour mark, which is usually about the same amount of time. Unless I start really late like I did today. If you can't tell, I'm pretty well over Downhill Jam. It has its moments, but boy, does it really get repetitive towards the end. Okay. Wow, I'll take that. Didn't know that was going to be such a short race.
Is there any other way to skate?
I once again have put my armrest down, and I don't know why I do it. Because I know in 5 more minutes I'm going to be irritated and put them back up. I can't just, I need to leave them alone. I'm going to take us back to like an hour ago when I was talking about when I was in my section of celebrity birthdays that we were talking about earlier, and I mentioned that I could have sworn that Jason Lee was in the Garfield movie, the Bill Murray Garfield. Garfield and Tale of Two Kitties, the second one, where Garfield is rich and where Garfield gets switched with a rich cat. I think is how that movie goes. Pulling on some old knowledge for Garfield, Tale of Two Kitties. Where was I? I think the reason I thought Jason Lee was in that movie is based solely off of the Chipmunk movies that he was in for so long. Like, I don't feel like those Chipmunk movies are that far off from Garfield. Like, they're kind of in the same category, Garfield and the Chipmunks. Which I guess, in my brain, put Breckin Meyer, who I still don't know, like, in the same, I guess the same shoes as him. So my brain was just like, yeah, those guys, they're the same. And maybe he looks like Jason Lee in that movie. It's been a long time since I've seen the Garfield movies. The mall window, when I looked at it, there was nothing out there. It was just a void. They really didn't think you'd stop to look at anything in this game, because that's just there's just uncompleted world out there. There's not a fake house. There's not a fake tree. It's nothing. Like, when you look usually out into like a skybox of a game, they put like there's like a PNG of a house somewhere. None of that's there. Black Icer. Sure, let's try it. They're all the same to me. They're all the boards are the same. When it comes to longboard, like personally
What would you say got you?
in the real world, when it comes to longboards, I don't like these like weird little circle, like oval ones like this. I think that's a weird shape. I prefer that they be the ones that are. They have like the weird like out notch on the top. Not like out. They're like a lot. I'll explain it when we get back to the board selection next time, because there's a bunch of them that are like that. I'll show you the ones I'm talking about. But they have like kind of a pushed out. They have a little square on a rectangle on the end of them, where the trucks go. And I like that shape a lot more than these like weird oval shapes. I don't know why anybody would want the weird oval shape. I guess the same reason that people want like a SpongeBob SquarePants skateboard with square sponge-shaped wheels. Like that's impossible to ride, but it looks cool, and that's half of the. That's half of skateboarding is just stuff looking cool. Fourth place. I haven't got fourth in anything in a long time. That's not enough to even get me a medal. I had to restart that one. I don't know what put me back so far. Ugh, I apologize for the yawns again. They're coming out in force today, the yawns. Look, I haven't been sleeping a lot lately because of, all the kitchen stuff happened, and then life happened. I had to go back to work and try to live like a normal human being after experiencing that. I haven't been sleeping a lot the last week. Plus I got a lot of video projects I'm juggling at the moment, and those are keeping me up late at night. Like I said earlier, I've got, the one that's coming out next, the one that was going to come out next is now not coming out next. I'm working on this thing that I teased earlier that's coming in April, hopefully. I was working on that today. Stuff ready for that. It's probably going to be May, not April, but, whatever. On too many things. I got too many projects I'm working on at once. I don't normally, when it comes to videos, I'll just crack down on one thing and then I'll pick up and move to the next thing. I'm not often spreading my energy, I guess, between 4 to 5 projects. I also have this other idea. Every time people talk about YouTube success, they always talk about they have their own niche. They're in their own thing. And I kind of just like making stuff. So my current thought, because I kind of just spew what my thoughts are here while I'm doing this. I'm kind of in a space that I think I'm just going to start throwing stuff out there. Didn't mean to punch that. I'm going to just start making stuff and putting it up here. It doesn't have to have a special purpose, I guess. I don't know what I'm looking for. It doesn't have to have, it doesn't all have to be connected to one thing. I mean, I'm not going to be putting up a travel vlog here or anything. But, new ideas. Hey! Good to see you, Andy. You missed when we talked about you earlier. There's some good quality Andy talk earlier. About how I always think, every time I see Jordan Peele, I think of Andy. Oh, this is one of those. This is a grind one, isn't it? I really gotta start paying attention to what these are before I start them. But where I was going with that whole YouTube thing is that Andy Dog. Yeah, I did this whole segment earlier about celebrity birthdays that may come back around. Today is Jordan Peele's birthday, and every time I see Jordan Peele, I think of him. I think of you because of the Game Awards thing, where when he came out, and then they he came out, and then they did the cut to Greg Miller, and I was like, oh look, Greg Miller, but then I was so caught off guard when I saw it that I was like, hold on, I think that's Andy back there, and then sent you a text with a picture of it, like a screenshot of it, and said, is this you? Because I was so confused. Because I didn't know you were in the crowd, and I was like, oh, Andy. And now that's just forever in my brain when I see Jordan Peele. I think Andy. It's subliminal messaging. Yeah, I could not imagine the energy in the room of that. Like, being in there when that happened.
Do what I always do. Win the next one.
Made you feel like Cool Beans that night. I'm glad I made you feel like Cool Beans. You're like the coolest dude I know. You're always just doing cool stuff. It is grinds. Knew it was something like that. Also, Ryan sends his best. We were talking about you earlier. Oh, he couldn't make it tonight? He will be missed. He's not missing out on much, though, when it comes to Downhill Jam. God, I'm sick of Downhill Jam.
Oh, I hang my head in shame.
What's life without cool stuff? Yeah, I'm feeling like cool stuff right now. I've got a lot of ideas cooking of some cool stuff. That's what I was kind of talking about as you came in. Though I've got a new kind of thought process to this YouTube thing, of more of a making what I want kind of thing, just whatever I want. Oh yeah, the having a wife thing really does put a damper on your activities. I'm doing, just whatever stuff like watching somebody play Tony Hawk every Friday night.
No, big.
Love your fun experiment. Man, there's a cool one. I teased it a little bit earlier in the stream, but I'm not gonna say anything about it, and because there's a high possibility it may fall through. Just because I am always afraid that everything's gonna fall through. But I'll text you about it off of stream, because it's a cool project. Yeah, I did not expect for streaming to be as fun as it is, and for me to like fall in love with streaming. Even like today, I was a little beat today. I was like, man, I don't know if I'm up for streaming today. And then I popped in, and I feel like this has been one of my better streams. I just been gabbing away all day. I got so much to talk about. At the moment, I guess there was also we had this the whole Sonic thing. It's like, yeah. That's I'm like. There's a few people I told, and they know the secret, and that's it. And it's hopefully something that will happen. But it's like a month or two out, month and a half out. Multiple projects coming before that, if that's gonna come. There's not enough stuff to grind here to grind over 1,000 feet. In the amount of time they want me to do it in. They're gonna do it? No. Knew it wasn't.
Sucks that I lost. I'm gonna go drown my sorrows.
But I do have some ideas. I was kicking around one of the ideas for another. I was gonna do things on a different channel, and I've decided to. I think I'm gonna let that go and just put it all here. Where I was going, right as you showed up, Andy, was that everybody's like tips to YouTube success are like have your niche and do only the one thing for the algorithm. But I don't really care about the algorithm or whatever it wants. I just want to make some stuff. So I have a couple ideas that may be coming, and they're things that aren't as long. They don't take as long to do as my normal stuff. So it will speed up the content timeline. Oh no. Go, 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 go. No! That was it! This is the one. I gotta get through this game today. I can't stand Downhill Jam anymore. Was it irresponsible to not like Downhill Jam this much and then spend an hour of this stream playing a Sonic game? A little bit. But I also wanted to play a Sonic game. There we go. That's how you do it. Always make what you would want to watch. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Oh no, no, no! Oh, what is wrong with me? Why did I do that? Why did I turn around?
Drown my sorrows.
How'd the Sonic game go? Was it worth it? Yeah, it was fun. I've got some clips for sure out of it. I had some fun. It's definitely a network test, but I enjoyed the game a lot. It plays good. I think I'll enjoy it more in a full release. But it's stuck to online only at the moment. I don't know if you played it. But it's stuck to online races, and then like at the full release it'll have single player and stuff like that right now. So I don't know, 5 or 6 online races I did. And I gave up when I got first place because I'm the greatest racer of all time. So I figured I'll just, once I get my crown, I'll stop there. But I had some fun, and there was a decent crowd came through for it. I had a good amount of viewers during the Sonic portion. I definitely will be playing. I'll try to get in another playthrough or two while, off stream, throughout the week while the playtest is still live. I think it goes through the 24th, is what those times said. There we go. There it is. Not even gonna try to get silver or gold. Just want to end Downhill Jam. More like put me down, Hill Jam. Because I don't want to play Downhill Jam anymore. Yeah, this whole game looks rough. the oh no, there's another one after this. How long is this game? This is so stupidly long. I feel like this is gonna rival the hours of like Skyrim. This is the same distance. No, that's Thug 2. Thug 2 has Shrek. This one is entirely just Tony and a bunch of made up characters that are specific to this game. They all they're all very much like, they're basically Guitar Hero characters. Like they have the same energy. Oh, cool! I got those points. That's all that matters. This track sucks.
Haven't I failed enough to...
I don't actually know if this game has any like custom skaters or anything in this. This is as bare bones of a Tony Hawk game as they come. This is just a poorly made racing game with Tony Hawk slapped on the on the cover of it. He does look very lifeless when you see him. Like, we've seen a lot of. Oh yeah, that's a big part of Downhill Jam. Just assaulting people in the streets. It was a big thing last week to win a race. The secret to winning a race last week was you get to the end and then you just punch the woman next to you off her skateboard. That's how you win. This is also a terrible game to stream because literally everything you do, they're like, here's a licensed music cutscene real quick of just some people skateboarding. It's like the same. It plays the same 3 clips, but they're like, why don't we just show you some licensed music real quick that you can't turn off? See, if you look at the back of all these people, very much they have Guitar Hero energy, all of them. That was dumb. They all blew past me while I was on that stupid ramp thing. I also, like, one of my favorite things about how this game is made is that anytime you crash through something, it like, you can just see, like, the skybox of the world. All the textures disappear when you crash through a piece of, like, destructible environment. Such a poorly made, unoptimized piece of garbage. What songs do you recognize? Yeah, it's just songs out of the soundtrack. Like, the one I keep recognizing that's popping up is Lupe Fiasco Kick Push is one that pops up constantly. But it's like I have to remember to skip through them immediately when they start playing. And then I think one of them is also like an Iron Maiden song is the other one that keeps trying to play. But I have the music off for the gameplay. It's just when I get to that. Oh man, there's a tag hanging out of my hat. Somebody told me. Now that I'm a there you go. Yeah, there's just some licensed music just because I have an update in the hat front now that I'm a hats on stream guy to hide my bald because my hair has grown too long. So I've got something cool coming. This stream related. I'm very excited for it. That's another tease. That one won't fall through. All right, it's already it's in the delivery process. It was a hat that was purchased for stream purposes, and when shown to my wife, she said, "You're not actually gonna wear that." And I was like, "Yeah, I am." So, I'm pretty excited about it. But she did not appear to be. Tony Hawk's Downhill Peanut Butter. Oh man. Oh no! 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 Oh. Why? Why is this game such a disaster? I didn't have any problems with anything crashing until these last 3 games, and they've all crashed on me. Yeah, you insulted it with your peanut butter bit. Unfortunately, I don't think anything does it. They just do. There's no rhyme or reason to why Tony Hawk games crash. They just crash. Hopefully that stops as we move on to the next gens. There it goes again. I've got this stupid mouse that turns itself off now, so I can't quickly go shut the sound off. I mean, it's not stupid. I like this mouse, this new mouse. Oh, well, since we're here, here's all these generic characters. There's a custom guy that I didn't pick, but yeah, these are all. This guy laughs when you go over him. I don't know why that is. But these are all clearly like that. Tell me that's not Judy Nails from Guitar Hero. The same exact character. And then just Tony Hawk. What did that say my percentage is? 47%. Most games are done at like 60, so I gotta be getting close. Unless each character goes to 100. I just don't know how long I want to go. So let you play as Herb Sims in the City. Oh man, I loved Herb Sims in the City. What a stupid game that was. The Black Eyed Peas game. I like how much that relates to my favorite movie, Grease. Like the whole point of that game is just to change yourself to make yourself as likable by every group. Because likable is possible by every single group. Well, I don't know how someone got in front of me, but that's fine. It's actually a game I've been looking for forever for my collection. I would love to have a copy of Herbs. That franchise should have made it farther than it did. Yeah, let's get it started. That's what we're going to do. We're definitely going to get it started. I never felt like that game really fit, like, in the Sims universe. Like Sims got a little wacky sometimes, but the only thing that was Sims about it was that you made a guy and then you had to like feed and wash the guy. The rest was nothing Sims related. It's a very, very bizarre to be kind of a part of this. Like the Black Eyed Peas song. Yeah. Yeah, that's how that song goes. We really let the Black Eyed Peas fall off, and I feel like maybe we shouldn't have. But then also I kind of feel like it's a good idea that we just let them go. I was able to assault her. It's not normal. Yeah, I remember they had I'm pulling on, this is real old memories. It's been a long time since I played herbs or even like looked into herbs. I remember there was like a thing when you got like in with a group, because you would like go to the different locations, and then in each location you had to like fit in with the group. There was like, I remember there was like the like rich penthouse people, and then there was like a subway tunnel place you lived in, and there was like one place, it was, I think it was like Japan, kind of. It was like the location. It's like that kind of place. But each one, yeah, would give you like once you get in with the group, they give you like a special move to do, like a little dance, like you do a little jig or whatever, and that's how you talk to the people to let them know that you're cool and you're like a part of this location. And that's like I remember you did the little jobs too. The little jobs was my favorite part of herbs. Like I remember there was like the little sushi making job you do where you every one of them was the exact same. It would just have little buttons come up and you'd hit them like Guitar Hero style as they'd come through. Little dances rock. I'm a big little dance guy. Yeah. Oh, another board. Oh, sick. The Ripper? I love the Ripper. This has got to end. I hope this is like, I'm like, I got to be within like the last little bit of category of little category things here. I missed that stupid little slow-mo thing. How many more Tony Hawk games ahead? 6, 7, 7 or 6. Which I guess is gonna go up one now because of the 3+4 remaster getting announced in a few days. I mean, that's announced already, but not like formally announced. So I guess 8, I think. Let's see, I got Downhill Jam to finish, Project 8, Proving Ground, Ride and Shred. That's 5, and then Pro Skater HD, Pro Skater 5, 1+2, and then I guess this new one that will be coming out. So technically 9 if we're counting this one and the new one that's going to come out. Oh boy, I really thought we were halfway done. How are there so many of these games? Yeah, so the this whole thing has kind of happened within the past few days. Tyshawn Jones was on the Breakfast Club. Once again, not a Breakfast Club guy. Don't want people to think I'm a Breakfast Club guy. I'm a skateboard guy and saw Tyshawn Jones. He said that they're remastering another Tony Hawk game and he's in it, which he was in 1+2. So, and then usually people leak stuff. They say stuff like that, and they just don't know about video games. So they're like, yeah, I'm in the new one, but they were in the one that was like out 3 years ago or whatever. But then he made the comment that he was in the last one, and now he's in this new one that they're making. So he like outright said that they're doing a remaster, and then there was this whole thing with Black Ops where they had a tease for Tony Hawk in the new Black Ops map. That was like the Tony Hawk 1+2 like logo style thing, but then it had like dates on it for March 4th, and then Tony responded to it with the little eye emoji, and then now there's a Tony Hawk's website, like TonyHawkGame.com. You go to it, has a little countdown. So it's like 100% going to be a 3+4 remaster. I doubt they're skipping 3+, because 3+4 was already in the works at one point and then got canceled, so they could move Vicarious Visions to be a Call of Duty support studio, as the Activision is known to do. So 3+4 is most likely what's happening. And then people should buy that so they do a Thug 1+2 remaster. So I can play Thug 1 again. But in a new, beautiful 4K. And great graphics. What? You're going to see Tony Hawk from next month from a distance? How and how do I get involved? That would bring this whole thing full circle. I gotta go see him. How do I do this? Well, I don't know what a craft work is, but I'm curious. If it gets Tony Hawk, if it involves Tony Hawk, I'm in. There we go. There's my score. I got a bronze score. That's all I need. Oh, Kraftwerk is a band that I'm unfamiliar with. Okay, I see. I will let me put that on my homework for next week's stream to look into, because that's a new thing I've been doing now. I gotta put parentheses Andy so that I can update on it when. Oh, there's a work with an E. That's going to cause an SEO problem when I'm trying to find it later. So I can update next time here. Oh, so is this not something... It's not something you're super familiar with. Okay. Are they in the... Is it somewhere you're like flying out to? Or is it in your area? It's very common for Tony Hawk to just fly all over. I was watching videos on his Instagram today of him just like leaving shoes out for people in like France or wherever he's at right now. beep boop sounds, and they were shredding digital half pipes in the Chicago area. I mean, it very well could have been something I saw because I follow him deeply. So it could have been something I saw and I just like didn't catch what it was. Because I always, anytime I see him promoting something, I'm like, it's probably something that's not anywhere near where I can get to easily or quickly without making a bigger trip out of it. And the last thing I'm going to be able to convince my wife to do is travel states away to go see Tony Hawk. Not on the top of anybody's agenda but my own. And I'm sure she's tired of it. Like, you guys only have to hear me talk about this like once a week. You guys sit here and I yak about skateboarding, but like she's got to hear it 7 days a week, and it's gotta wear her down. Yeah, it was like 11:30 midnight last night, and she's trying to sleep, and I'm just sitting there watching a video of Jamie Matu rip on a mini ramp for it had to be an hour. It was good. I mean, it was a good video. They were killing it, but it's funny that I don't know why she puts up with it. Oh, thank you for the link. I don't know why anybody listens to me talk about skateboarding because it's too much. Thank you for the link. I will definitely look into this. Keep falling off here. I'm missing all these gates. This is not going to speed up the process of getting through this stupid game any faster if I keep having to restart. Ever been to... Oh, okay. I missed the first part of that comment. Going to Shed Aquarium, Skater Boy. You're going right now, or you're going? I don't know if they're gonna be open right now. Yeah, I've been. I went in 2022. I was in Chicago for a couple days. We went there for a Spose concert. And it just happened to be the same week of the Taste of Chicago festival or whatever Taste Chicago thing. So they we were like in a not a good hotel, very bad hotel right next to the park that was in. I don't remember which one that's called. It's not the Bean one. What is that park? God, it's the one it's right next to Shed Aquarium. Because we were able to walk from our hotel through the park to Shed Aquarium. And we went over there. There's also like a pretty good hot dog place was over there by that. Went to Devil Dogs. It was really good. And pizza place that I can't remember the name of. That we ate at twice. And some pretty solid bagel sandwiches. That's the thing I take away the most from being there that week was the all the food I ate. But yes, that was a part of while we were there, we just kind of decided to head on over there and take a look at Shed. I like it. It greatly Grant, I think, was one. Millennium Park, isn't that where the Bean is? I think it was probably Grant. That sounds more familiar. I'd have to look up where exactly it was. I could find the park if I sat here and played around on Google Maps. But we stayed at a hotel that was right there, like a really sketchy one. Some of the doors I don't think even had locks on them, like some of the rooms. But I enjoyed I love Chicago. I love going there. I'm excited to go there even just for a little bit in early April. So yes, not technically going to Chicago, but Chicagoland area. Welcome to the Chicagoland area anytime. Oh, thank you. I would like to go there more often than I do. It's travel is a lot with a child, even if it's that short of a distance. You know, finding a place for him to go while we're off somewhere else. But I would love to go there more. I would love to see Tony Hawk do that, like, pencil thing in real life. It would be so sick. Watch him turn into a human torpedo. Like 60-year-old human torpedo just spinning away in the air. Might pass out while watching this until they work. I'm assuming you meant to say work kicked in this week. Is where you were going with that. And it looks like you've been busy. I don't know if that's something you want me to talk about or not on here, but you've been posting some pretty cool stuff that looks very professional. That's the way I'll describe it. I'm curious at what all that is. I have lots of questions. I always have lots of questions about everything you do. I'm so curious about what you're doing all the time. You're just doing cool stuff.
My name's not Bill.
I'm just so tired of people assuming.
Out here just remaking the bear. Just very fitting for a Chicago-based. On the Chicago talk, and then we move into you remaking the bear. You work for yeah. So yeah, that was my question. Is like you just posting restaurant videos. Like, you're just hanging out in restaurants filming stuff. That's gotta rip. Creative director. Oh, that's sick. So do you get all the benefits of working in a restaurant minus the having to cook in a restaurant? The part that sucks about working in a restaurant. Are these like the bear level, like season 2 and 3 the Bear level restaurants. Like, is this like a you working at like a Michelin star restaurant? It looks very good. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that was my question. As I saw these things, you were sharing them, and I didn't know if that was something that you were like permanently doing or if it was just like a contract, and I was like, should I follow these accounts? So I'll get on and follow these accounts to see more work from Andy. Everyone should follow everything Andy does. Should be able to post links. Also, you should be able to curse in here now, because I found out that I had a like basic moderation on comments, and I turned that off. So you should be able to curse in here. I know you've always wanted to do that. Feel free to let it fly. We'll see what happens.
Haste will become your undoing. This is a marathon,
What was that? There we go. I guess we did. We did see it. You put it right there. You dropped an S word in the last comment and it went through. See, I told you I fixed it.
the worm turns yet again.
Yeah, good idea to prevent doxing. I was last week. I was talking about shows, when I going to stuff like shows, places, and I was like, I gotta slow down because I'm getting real close to just like giving someone the ability to pinpoint my exact location. Almost had it. Yeah, we've got things to catch up on. If we're banned, no idea. It was on basic moderation and I turned it off. I don't know what works and what doesn't. Feel free to test any words you want. Okay. Feel free to test any words that you would be comfortable saying in public, because it'll be stuck here, Brandon, forever. On this stream. Just making it sound like Andy's a racist or something. Totally not. Just it came out the way that it makes it sound that way. Totally not. Oh, I didn't know they never hit me. I didn't know they could hit me back.
No gods, no glory.
Yeah, there we go. Assault. He doesn't vibe with body parts. Oh, interesting. Good to know. Balls. Oh, yeah, that's the most important one. Yeah, it was funny. I was setting this up on my work computer, as I do every week. Just like put the stream together, so when I get here, I can just pop. When I get home, I can just hit the manage stream buttons and have it all. Excuse me, have it all ready to go. And I just happened to notice that tab that I've never noticed before, and I was like, Andy, he would love this. So I turned it off for you. It is the end of an era, though, because that was a good bit for a while. Oh, no, 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 no. No, I was right there in third place. No, the finish is right there. Why did it do that? No! Ah! No! Slur. Slur is the funniest one to come through. Testing the limits era has just begun. Oh boy. What? Why does that do that every time? That's not supposed to do that. Oh boy, it's 12:30 and we're not done yet. Oh man. I may have overestimated myself when I said I'll just finish this whole game tonight, no matter how long it takes, because it's taken a long time. Gambling death sentence. Yeah, they say it's because there was the swap of a generation from like PS2 to PS3, so they wanted to have something on the PS2 and put Project 8 on the PS3. And then they also put Project 8 on the PS2, a completely different version of Project 8 from the PS3 one. Like, it had its own development cycle. So they added on 2 games in this year. And for whatever reason, this did not need to exist. And I don't know why it exists. Other than that, it came out on the Wii, and maybe they just wanted a Wii game. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the only Tony Hawk to ever come out on Wii. Explain the Wii port. I think the Wii version of this is the exact same, other than the motion is like when you go off a ramp, you waggle the controller. You do the old waggle, which I think is a word that wasn't like put in a dictionary only for Tony Hawk, or not Tony Hawk, for Wii games. Nobody waggled anything before the Wii. Are you serious? What is going on? But I think you just waggle to do your tricks was the whole bit of this Wii port. What was that? Why does it keep doing this to me? Thoughts on dentist? Hate going to them. I had a lot of bad experiences with the dentist. I had to spend a lot of time there as a younger kid, and would just prefer to never go to one ever again. I have not real front teeth, or at least half of my front teeth are not real, because I had a teeter-totter accident. Well, this was a very early stream talk, like late night stream talk. I think when I was still on like 2x with some people I didn't know. It just came up in conversation. I fell off on a teeter-totter face first onto the handles of it, and it broke my teeth out, and I had to have fake teeth. I have fake teeth now. Like, my front two are half fake, but they broke off a lot as a kid. As I was getting them, like, I'd get them and then they'd immediately break off, and I had to get them again. I got them like 4 or 5 times as a kid, and it was just an awful experience every time. I hated going, and then I just kind of left it that way for a while after, because I was like a decision by my mom to just let me not have like the whole thing in the front. I had a tooth chip in the front forever because it was just like such an awful experience. And then as an adult, or yeah, like 8, I was like 17 or so. Whoa, T-pose. I got them one more time, and they had to like grind down some of my teeth to make it work, and I have those still to this day. And they said it may last like 3 months, may last forever, who knows. And they've been in there a while, and I just every day I'm like, they're gonna break off, and they're still here. I don't know why that is. But if I ever have another tooth thing, I want a gold tooth. I think those are so sick, and I didn't know those are cheaper than like a regular color tooth. Like, you can get your regular white tooth, and you pay more for them if you have a tooth problem, or you can get the gold tooth for cheaper, and they look rad. So if I ever can, not that I'm praying for more tooth problems, but if I ever am in the situation where I have more tooth problems, I'm putting a gold tooth in there. So, yeah, it was a easily avoidable situation. If I was on the teeter-totter and then there was a kid on the other side, and then there was a kid that was, for whatever reason, behind me on the same seat on the teeter-totter, and we went up and he jumped off, and when he did, the force just like shot me down and took my teeth with it. Want to be a millionaire, just not worry about dental work. Yeah, I dread having to go if I ever have to. Though I had to go get some stuff done like 2-3 years ago that was unavoidable. Unavoidable is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, and it's stupid expensive, and I hate going. It's never a fun experience, and they make me gag a lot.
At first, I thought Tony Hawk was going to be all full of himself, just because he's the famous pro skater. Then I met him, and he seemed alright.
If anything, I'm gonna make it through this last category of races, and then from there, I will we'll pick it back up next time. Maybe I could do like just a mid. Maybe I do like a bonus stream at some point. Finish this out sometime between now and next week. Who knows what my schedule is gonna be like? You bribe them for drugs? You bribe the dentist to give you harder drugs or more drugs? Yeah, there's something about the feeling of like sitting in a dentist chair, like getting your teeth grinded on or whatever they're doing. That it's just like a thing you don't forget about. Like, it just happens, and you're like, you can just feel it. Like, with a thought, you can feel all of it. And I don't even think, even when they like numb stuff and they're doing things in there, you subconsciously feel it. Like, your brain's like, oh no, you know what's going on in there, and it sucks. And you just have, your brain is like, you have to deal with this. That was not cool.
No skin off my nose.
This one's super close. I don't like that. I don't like when it's super close.
This almost feels good.
Oh. No, 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 that stupid cart. Why is it there? Just let me have third. Let me have third. Let me have third. No!
If it's alright with you, I'm just gonna sit here
Tony
quietly
Hawk
with this
to a
balloon.
pole. Bonus midday stream. Yeah, that came out wrong. I was gonna say midweek stream is what I meant to say. Bonus stream at some point, maybe to get it, just to get this one done. I think about doing those sometimes, and then I never end up having the time to do them. You know, especially because I'm really just to have video editing and other stuff to get done, so I don't quite get to streaming an extra day.
Get back here! Come on! Oh.
Think of all the watch hours I could get though if I had extra days to stream. Like if this wasn't a once a week thing, I was one of those dudes that streamed like 5 days a week. I have too many things to do to be one of those guys, but it would be sick if I had the time to do that. I did that exact same thing last time I hit that same wall. I didn't do that one last time, but valid excuse. Yeah. What's more important, the family or the stream? I kid. I spend too much time talking about watching Scooby-Doo with my son to be the kind of guy who cares more about his stream. I did like 20 minutes on Hanna-Barbera characters earlier because of that. It's pretty obvious. It's solid material, though. He provides some good material for me. Man, what is Tony's deal? I almost forgot to pay attention to the balance meter. Oh, that's the card that tripped me up last time. If I can just get through here. No! Why? Yogle Bear? Yeah, it was more Fred Flintstone and Scooby-Doo related. I was talking about how we watched Batman the Brave and the Bold meets Scooby-Doo earlier. I watched like half of it. And I was talking about how, like, seeing Scooby-Doo next to all the characters, like all the Justice League characters, you can really tell how, like, dead in the eyes they are. And all Hanna-Barbera characters are, like, they're, like, pretty... If you look at them, like, head on, They all are very lifeless. There's not a lot of soul in the Hanna-Barbera characters. There's just nothing there. And just little dots for pupils. That's the kind of stuff you miss out on by showing up late, Andy. Quality content like that. You missed the Andy talk and the Hanna-Barbera talk. That's okay. No one's watching through this whole thing. I could just recycle the content halfway through and no one would ever notice. Watch a new movie called The Monkey. I keep seeing this monkey pop up places. Because at first I was like, oh, Call of Duty Zombies thing. What are they doing? And then I realized there's a movie about a monkey. And I keep getting the ad for it, and it's just popping up all over. I'm curious about this monkey. Is the new movie, the monkey movie, on streaming, or is it only in theaters? No, no. Why is it always fourth? There's got to be. Is there a better board? Is it the board I'm using? Maybe I need a faster board. This stream is getting unreasonable. I was really wanting to be done with this game, but it's not going to happen. This is I mean, behind the Game Awards one. This might be the longest one. We're at 1:30 in the morning. Or 12:30 in the morning. I decided to make it later than it actually is for some reason. Here we go. Let's go back to the Ripper. The Ripper is faster. That's what I need. I need speed. I am speed. In the words of Lightning McQueen. Okay, here we go. Blow through this with the Ripper. Oh. Okay, that was a that was a warm-up run. Now we'll blow through this with the Ripper. Man, I'm so excited to get to 1+2. For that, like, few minutes I booted it up just while I was downloading Sonic Racing. Man, I miss that game. It's been a while since I played it. I noticed that my save from PS4 did not carry over to PS5, and I thought it did. So I'm gonna have to redo I had every single character's or maybe I was missing one or two. I had like all the characters solo tours done, and this doesn't have any of them done. Not even my like custom character. So I'm going to have to redo a bunch of them, which I have no complaints about. Done this race like 6 times, never seen that spot before. I don't even know how I stumbled upon that one. Ah. This might be it. This is it. Here we go. I'll take second. I don't even care. It's done. Just want it to be done. That was a stupid race. This whole game is stupid. I'm over this game. Alright, do I end it there? Or do I... Oh, there's 3:15. So that's going to tell us where we're at. Grandmaster. So there's more after that even. How long does it go for? Okay, so it's almost 1 in the morning. So I'll call it here. This will be the last one. We'll do this, whatever this Boost Grand Alps thing is. And then I guess we'll come back for another week of Downhill Jam. This time without Sonic. Because I think it will be gone by then. I think that thing only lasts through this week.
It's temporary. Disappoint.
This boosting is too fast. It will go making me go way too fast.
Get used to disappointment.
This is so disorienting. This is Sonic levels of disorienting. It said something at the bottom about the speed boost, but I didn't see it. It looked like it said times 10. Is that what it's at? It's boosted times 10? Man, this is so fast. That's when I hit the boost. That's how fast I'm making it go. Is how many times faster I'm going. Every time I hit the boost, I go, oh, okay. I understand now how this works. I like that they're still introducing new game modes like 9 hours into this game. Okay, third place. It's done. That's it. We're out of here tonight. That's all I'm doing. That's all you're getting out of me today. It's been a long night of racing. A lot of racing. That looks terrible. Let's fix that first. This whole section done. This is way too long of a game. It's insane how long this game is. This is too much. I'm over Downhill Jam. It was not my intention to be going for this long, but it just won't end. In the time in between, I'll look and see how much longer this game goes for, and maybe we'll know, and then hopefully we can finish it next week. And we'll probably have some time left over. Maybe we'll play a different game. I figured out how to hot swap consoles in the middle of a stream, so maybe we can do something else. We'll find out next week. But that's all I got this week. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Thanks for the conversation. It was a good stream. I really enjoyed this one. It's late. I'm gonna go to bed. See ya next week, maybe midweek for a surprise bonus stream. We'll see. Probably not, but it could happen. Crazier things have happened.